Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. I'm Dale Arnold, alongside Billy Jaffe and Andrew Raycroft. Bruins lose to the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-1 tonight at Amalie Arena. 6-game losing streak now, longest since January of 2010. Effort was certainly not the question for the Bruins tonight, but execution and maybe thinking things through was.
Definitely execution on the power play. Definitely an inability to finish, which it's an obvious issue. We knew it was going to be a challenge coming into the year, but it's become a significant issue. It's an understatement in the last 2 weeks or so. And then at the end, I mean, at least in the third, they showed believability. They showed confidence. They did. But the fact they work so hard to get, and some, I don't want to say bad luck, but crossbars, et cetera. I mean, but don't you earn your luck? That's the other thing, too.
Well, you do. I think they did work for it, but at the end of the day, it's the National Hockey League, so you need to finish those chances. You have some open nets. You have opportunities. The couple of chances that Tampa got, they buried them and put them in the net, and the Bruins didn't tonight. And again, if it was just once, or again, this is what happens when you lose. Everything gets magnified and it starts piling up in the snowballs. Whether it's getting a save, getting a power play, shorthanded, killing they still got a power play goal scored against them tonight. As good as they were at the start of the game, they get one with 30 seconds left. And I know it's not garbage time, but it still matters. Right. It still matters at the end of the day. You still lost 4-1, and that's what's tough.
You can, if you want, I don't know if you really want to, you can Tommy McVie it again. I mean, you're playing.
Catch-up hockey is losing hockey.
There you go.
I know all about it.
And that's exactly what happens again in this game. And I give them credit, fellas, for a third period that could have gone south right away. It didn't for a while. It obviously did at the end, but at least they came out and did some better stuff there. But it's just it's very concerning right now.
Bruins trailed 2-0 going into the third period. And a couple of minutes into the third period, Mason Lohrei showed some of that offensive skill and ability that we know he has to get the Bruins back to within one.
It was a great play by Mason, individual, and this is effort. This is the effort we're talking about that the Bruins had all of the game, and certainly in the third, and just a great job by Mason walking it, taking all of the ice that was given to him. He got all the way in, and at least the Moms had one nice thing to cheer about. And at that point, 2 minutes into the third, you have an opportunity to get back into this game. But again, it's all effort. And it's all footwork from Lohrei. Yeah,
and the best part about it, as you see, as we highlighted him, he had room to improve his shooting angle. He's outside the dot, he's inside the dot, and Glendening tries to go down to block it. They're really sagging back. I mean, they're protecting the middle like a lot of teams want to do. They don't do it as well, and Glendening tries to make a kick save on it as a forward, but he kind of flails at it. And Lohrei, with a really good release there, makes it 2-1. And you're thinking, okay, you know what? Despite giving up that shorty and that other goal in the second, they got a legit chance here. But they did have chances after that. But
we should point out, and we did this in the pregame show, that goaltender at the other end, if he's not the best goaltender in the world, he's one of the top 2 or, at worst, top 3 goaltenders in the world. So the fact that you had 12 third-period shots and only got one by him probably shouldn't come as a surprise to most players in the NHL.
No, Vasilevskiy was good tonight. He was very solid. He did take advantage of a few missed opportunities from the Bruins, but again, I think when you're playing a goaltender like this, there's different times where you try and be too cute or too perfect, and that might have been the case on a couple opportunities, especially the geeky one in the third, where he had more room than it looked and rattled it off the bar, but Vazzy was good. He's been solid. Like I said, 927 save. This is the one there where there's a lot of room up top, and you just tried to be just a little bit too perfect. Hits that bar, and Vasilevskiy gets a break there. But he was good. Again, 927 save percentage. Got better tonight with this home record. So he's playing good hockey right now.
And, you're not finishing. You don't have the amount of high-end finishers on your team now. Razors right now, and not to take anything away from Vasilevskiy because he did what he had to do, but the Bruins working so hard for every opportunity, which is great. But if you had maybe you look at some of their numbers, Cirelli scored his 16th tonight, Hagel is 19th, Point is 25th, Kucherov's got whatever already. They got guys that can finish regularly. The Bruins right now, they don't have that as much. They have Pastrnak, and then after that they have Marchand. But, again, I'm not trying to take the silver lining out of it, but the positive is that they came out and busted their you-know-whats in the third period. They did. They put forth a good effort, but they need more than that right now.
If you wanted to talk about the play or the series of plays that really turned this whole game around, it came in the second period. Victor Hedman is off for an interference minor. Bruins have a power play opportunity. It's a scoreless game at that point, and then they give up a shorthanded goal that just breaks the back.
And it's multiple bad decisions here. Starts with one guy trying to beat three. I mean, literally, Pastrnak skates into the vortex of three Lightning players, the abyss, the three players. And then back the other way goes Cirelli. The shot goes, Hagel. The shot goes to the blocker's side. Swayman looks to his left. Lohrei can't recover. And then the puck is put in short side. Here you go. Razor, that is perfectly practiced execution right there.
It was. I'll add one more thing. There's no back checking. So somehow Cirelli's the one that's able to beat everybody back up the ice on top of all of that, the other problems with this. And again, you talked a little chip to yourself, probably would have been more prudent there. Hagel gets a piece of Jeremy through the breakaway. Jeremy looks to his left rather than finding that puck to the right. He's too late. He doesn't challenge. He gives up a little room upstairs. Lohrei, like it's just that's the microcosm of this power play right now.
Bruins have given up the second most shorthanded goals in the league this year. Interestingly enough, the Florida Panthers have given up the most shorthanded goals with 7. But that shorthanded goal by Anthony Cirelli was really a backbreaker. And then late in the second period, you had Michael Eyssimont, who came in and scored with just 49 seconds left in the period, proved to be the game winner, and this game felt out of reach.
And proved to be the double backbreaker. The power play is the one thing. This one, you get out of this period somehow, you can have the energy and you're feeling really good, and that Lohrei goal ties you up, and then you're really in the mix. But instead, you get down 2 goals, a little bit of a back, too far in. We talked about it. Mason's got to recognize that it started out as a 2-on-1, but with the back-checking help he was getting from his forward group, that you got to take the lane now. Now step, instead of going down to that one knee and protecting a pass that wasn't coming, get in the lane.
Razor, this, I don't know if we can show, not this look, but the one before it one more time. I'm not sure if we can, and slow it down. This is I'll let you do your thing here, and then I'll talk.
Star of the game presented by Subaru of New England. Fall in love with a brand new Subaru. Look, we could have picked 6 different guys, but Ryan McDonough assisted on both of those second period goals. His second stint as a member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 967 career games. You take a look at the numbers. 401 career points now. It is a plus 265 over his career as well.
Not known as an offensive-minded defenseman. I want to go back to this one more time, just watching this. That play by Paul there, that was perfectly executed breakout based on what the Bruins do in the neutral zone. Whether that's just something that Tampa always does, or they specifically kind of implemented that pull-up play to make it happen. Paul brings Peak. He teases basically Peak to come and get him. Now you're going to see Lohrei go back too far, and look at a better shooting angle right there for Eyssimont as well. And he goes short side on Swayman. But they executed Tampa and Bruins. I'll give them credit for that breakout right there. That was not a luck play. Nick Paul comes back. He stretches, meaning instead of stretching up the ice, he comes back towards the pass. That brings Peak towards him. Then he banks it, and that leaves that lane open for the Lightning to get the puck up through that area. That's good execution.